Hello, and welcome to the Lust Podcast Show, the show that is rated R for real and not PG for playing games. I am one of your hosts, the Boss Lady.
And I'm the D.O.C.
And we would love for y'all to continue to join us for our weekly conversations about life, culture, and everything else. As we like to say, get to know us, get to love us. Before we go any further, I want to pause for a second, give a shout out to our sponsors, which is CJS Educational Services and Cigar Junkies. And before we go any further, I also would love to just plug also the Lust Podcast. Also got the stickers on deck, so just want to throw that out there real quick as we shouting out gear and sponsors and everything. So
yeah, y'all can't see me because I'm thin, but yeah, I got on the Cigar Junkies t-shirts.
I always represent. But before we get into this episode, how you been doing, sweetie? What's been going on? How you been?
Pretty good. Been ripping and running, making it do what it do.
Yeah,
enjoying life. Yeah,
not ripping and running. What you smoking? Just curious.
Some of my drawer steaks.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay. Well, you know what? No complaints from the Boss Lady. I hope this weather is starting to figure itself out and get where it needs to be. I'm ready for spring to get here. And so we're going to go right into our hot topic because, we love serving up these 3-course meals. Trying to make sure the D.O.C. is okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm always okay.
Okay. Well, we're going to jump right into this because I read something that just really threw me off, and we're just going to jump right into it. And I read something about Kanye West. And that was that this dude is, I don't want to say edit again, but I don't know if the meds are off, what's going on. But I read something that said that he wrote in a song about how he molests his male cousin.
Well, they basically engaged in sexual activities with one another, and they're the same sex up until they were 14.
So, yeah, I don't even know what
he made a song about it.
Yeah, I don't.
Kanye West is.
I'm at a loss. I'm just gonna say that, y'all. I'm really at a loss because I've been wondering sometimes, do he do it for attention?
What do you think? Attention.
Really.
Last week the nigga was a Nazi. The week after that the nigga was a KKK.
It's always
now he gay, and now he gay because gay is being cool. It's faddish. You wasn't gay 30 years ago when you was talking about you was busting down this bitch and that bitch.
Yeah, when he was an Emerald.
And that dude's fucking.
So, yeah.
That dude's a fucking crazy. Bro.
And the funny thing is, pretty sure just genius, but just
that ain't no genius in that.
No, I'm not talking about no genius in that, but I'm talking about that
he's fucked up.
You move across all the other goofy crap with him, and he is smart. It's just crazy that
No, that dude got problems. He needs help. It's a shame what people would do to stay relevant. I don't know, man. It's just sad. It's sad that he's a brother from the South Side of Chicago. I ain't never known niggas from the South Side to act like that. Yeah, that nigga act like he from East Hazel Crest. I can't tell if you
trying to see.
I can see.
Like that nigga act like can see.
I can. Yeah, I can see. That nigga act like he from East Hazel Crest or Country Club Hills and one of them motherfuckers.
I ain't know Country Club Hills. And
Homewood Flossmoor type nigga.
Hey, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna pray for Kanye.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
I'm just gonna pray for Kanye.
Yeah, but you know what I feel for? I feel for the cousin because the cousin is locked up in prison, and the niggas in prison have found out that he go the other way. That could put him in a dangerous situation now.
Yeah,
especially if that wasn't disclosed.
Well, I hope the cousin wasn't giving out the name when I hope he wasn't in that.
I guarantee you was telling niggas I'm Kanye West's cousin.
I ain't gonna lay on my head. I was just like, I hope he wasn't, but I'm pretty sure. You
the nigga that we was talking about?
You been saying he Kanye West's cousin. We ain't believe you.
Yeah, we believe that. Yeah, nigga. We believe that.
That's not funny. I can't laugh.
So he outing niggas without outing niggas. Yeah. That's another thing that's bad.
You know what? You can't. That's one thing we say is that if you tell your story, you can't be outing people. You really can't. You gotta adjust that. You can't do that. So yeah.
Because he could have told that story while you tell him.
Yeah,
he could have said it was a relative. He didn't have to say it was this nigga. He didn't even
have to say it was a relative. He could have just said it was a male and left it at that.
That dude's fucked up.
Because now it makes you even look more crazy that you said it was your cousin.
Yeah. Dude.
So this is either your sister's child incest? Or your father's.
That's incest.
Yeah.
That's incest, dude. That's some shit that motherfuckers in West Virginia do.
While we talking on this topic of sex and stuff, we just gonna go ahead in it. Shannon Sharp. I feel like you gotta pause after you say his name now.
So you gotta explain to the viewers.
That's all we about to get there. I literally just said Shannon Sharp. You gotta pause. Because
super freaky.
Well, this is the thing. When you heard let's pause. Let's give background on this first. So Shannon Sharp had sex.
No, first tell people who he is. A lot of people don't know who the fuck he is.
He's a podcast person. He's a news analyst. He's a sports analyst. He worked for ESPN. He was on a show with Skip Bayless. He used to play professional sports. He was a football player.
He's a Hall of Fame tight end.
Hall of Fame. I know that his
two-time Super Bowl champion.
You can say all that.
Probably one of the greatest tight ends
I don't
ever.
Know that. I don't.
That's how cold he is. All right.
But yes. But from the other side of that, he's a sports analysis.
56 years old.
56 years old, but he's healthy, very healthy for his age. So it's not like he does not look nice. He can get women. He can get women, pay for women. He got money to pay for women. So in this case,
about to sign $100 million deal.
About to sign $100 million deal. Yeah, because did he resign today or did he get fired? Or did he just?
He took a leave of absence. They made him take a leave of absence. He worked for Disney.
So
he worked for Mickey Mouse.
What happened is that he had sex with a young woman. What was she? 20?
19.
I was trying to give her 20.
Over 500 times.
He had sex with her over 500 times?
Over 500 times.
See, I didn't know he had sex with her over 500 times. I just heard that they have freaky sex. That when they do have sex, they have freaky sex.
Yeah, he's a king. He's into kinks. Okay. BDSM.
And that's cool, because we don't shame kinks. And whatever kinks you into, as long as it's not child pornography. That's all we stand on that. We don't support kinks that involve child pornography, nothing like that. But ain't nothing wrong with a little rough play, something like that every now and then.
You like pissing? R. Kelly was into pissing.
Nah, I'm not into pissing. I said rough play.
Meaning what's rough play? Put you in a headlock?
Nah, you may be able to do this a little bit. Smack
fucking with that Timberland on your neck?
No, I don't need that.
With my ashy ankle on your neck?
What was the black porn star? Not Rico. What was the one that ended up having cancer? They used to always wear the boots. He used to always talk shit. He used to talk shit.
That's my nigga Wesley Pipes.
Wesley Pipes. Nah, I don't need that type of... I don't need the Wesley Pipes action, no. But anyway, he freaky, all of that, Shannon Sharp. See, that's the thing. He had got caught up before with the audio. Just recently, what was that, a month and a half ago, he got caught up where he somehow, his audio to him having sex with somebody got leaked, and people's like, oh, you're a freak, whatever. But now, he really getting caught up. Because he allegedly tried to pay this woman to keep this a hush-hush.
Yeah.
And he
$10 million.
Offered her $10 million.
$10 million.
And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I don't know why people acting like $10 million ain't a lot of money. So I'm just saying, do you think that it was extortion from the beginning? You think this chick had... after 500 times, I would think you would have feelings for a person after 500
okay.
times.
It's a lot of going on. Okay, let's start with the fact that... If this was a black woman, this wouldn't have happened. A sister wouldn't even took him through that.
I agree.
She would have settled for $100K and kept it moving. Not 10. So you got that going on, right? All right. Then you got the fact
he's a white bunny.
And then you got the fact that he's 56, she's 19. We need to talk about that. You way too old.
Yeah, to be.
You should have seen. 19. You should have seen.
I didn't know she was 19.
Hold on. You should have seen that girl coming from a mile away. This is a disclaimer to the guys. I need to talk to the guys for a minute. Guys, I'm talking to the homies my age. Seasoned OGs.
Oh, no, when I say this is...
No. No, you gotta let me get my thing. What I'm saying is, you got to see the bullshit coming from a mile away.
Well, I really didn't know.
No, they do because they focusing on the other thing. At that point, in that stage, you should be looking for something a little bit more deeper than that. That's all I'm getting at. All right?
Mm.
So that's the issue. 19 years old, nigga.
The issue that she was under 20. She's still a
That's
teenager.
What I'm talking about. 19. My daughter's older than that.
She's
all right?
still a teenager. That's
then,
my daughter.
Then the other thing, who the fuck wouldn't settle for $10 million? So that means she got a pimp somewhere.
Hey,
she got a pimp.
I ain't gonna tell
that's
you
the pimp team. No, teacher.
That's the woman. That's the woman in her corner. That's the woman in her corner. Like, well, girl, if you can get him for 10, if he was willing to give you 10, he willing to give you 5 times that amount.
Because it's
he
a
willing
pimp.
to give you 10 times that amount.
The pimp.
Be no pimp.
No, see, let me break the game down. Let me break the game down.
Okay.
The pimp is the one that put her on the Shannon. She don't know who the fuck that nigga is. That nigga old enough to be your granddaddy.
She gotta be put on him. This is he.
Teacher, this is Vegas. They sent you. You understand how pimping and
no, I know that's not what I'm saying.
Shannon Sharp is the trick of all tricks.
What I'm saying is
that girl was sent out there.
Okay.
She was sent, and they like shit. Well, 10. That's my 10. You need to go get yours, and that's what she doing. I'm trying to break the game down to you, teacher.
Well, outside
I'm trying to break it down to you.
Outside of pimping.
Hey, he's a dumbass nigga, man. And he end up losing. He gonna end up losing his ESPN deal. He was about to sign for $100 million on the podcast. No, I just sad to see this dumb nigga get caught up out there fucking with them motherfucking snow bunnies. Because if he didn't fuck with the snow bunny, he wouldn't have an issue with that. The sister wouldn't did all that.
I think even with Snow Bunny and not, I think what was catching him up and giving him so much hell is the fact that the person was 19.
Hey, we need to go play the audio.
Black or white, she was 19. Which means that he could have been, because he could have been messing with her when she was 18, even younger than that.
Well,
that's what I'm just saying.
Well, what I'm getting at is, this is what I'm getting at. I always said that
from the get-go.
No, what I always said, you know this. If you find people's sexual habits can tell you a lot about them. All right. Okay. And what I'm getting at, this really exposes a lot about him because you just hit a good point, boss lady. This isn't his first go around with a 19, 18-year-old. No. So he been touring the R. Kelly line for a while. And he just now got caught up. This bitch was slicker than the other ones.
Yeah, somebody was in her.
This the other thing too. I think he's trying to dispel rumors that he was gay.
Okay. You know what? Because I'm gonna tell you something. It seemed like all of a sudden after that one picture of him standing outside his car with the legs crossed and everybody like just started memeing that and how with the little purse and all this. And
it was a lot of other shit.
It was other stuff, but that one picture really did kill him. That really became a meme.
I don't have a problem with that, but he had a problem with that. I think
after that, then all of a sudden, sex tape leak, this leak, that. Yeah. So, hey, maybe it was a thing to prove his point, but
I don't know.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey.
Do you? He's into some wild shit. Hey, he like talking. He like talking shit to him. You know, hey, your kinks is your kinks. What's your kinks?
You like what's my kink?
Give me one kink.
I just said
one kink. Oh, you like?
I just said I like to be. Yeah. That's crazy. I ain't talking about like passing out. I don't want to pass out. But yes, gentle choking or whatever you want to call it. Gentle choking. Yeah, that is one of my kinks. Which one of your kinks?
I'm a foot guy. Feet.
Now, to me, I think you just got into that. Feet. I think that's like in the last 5 years. Because in the beginning of our relationship when you was young.
Maybe your feet weren't where they need to be.
You know what I mean? Doing that comment because my feet have always been nice. So I don't know what you meant by that one. But anyway, back to the entree at hand. So y'all, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to clap real quick because we are on chapter 19.
Yeah.
It's right. I ain't going to lie. Woo. You don't realize that when you try to take 20 plus years of experiences and information all that, and you try to shove it into something that you can talk about, it becomes a lot. And I really did not realize. But yes, we are now on chapter 19, so we are really on the last chapter We have one more chapter to go, but as far as content is concerned, this is the last chapter. And this one is titled, In the End, You Still Got to Keep Evolving Together, and talking about how you keep learning about your partner and embracing their growth. Because one of the things that the D.O.C. hit, and that is that at this stage in his life, he looks at things in a different lens. And he's grown to that. You know, when I met him, he was a young buck, 22, 23. So he was a young buck. Crazy young little buck, but he was a young buck. Now he's seasoned. He vet piece over here, you know?
Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, baby.
Exactly. He's different now. And so with that have come changes, evolution. Just I've seen him evolve from this to this to this to that. And how do you embrace that? Because some people don't understand what growth is and development is. Some people look at it as something negative.
No doubt.
Some people think that when a person's trying to better themselves and change themselves, they think that it's something else. And a lot of times you really have to be able to hone in on that. So I want to ask you a question. I want to kind of start off with a question with you. I love starting off with you with questions. Talking about evolving together, how do you stay curious? How do you stay curious about somebody you've known for years? So how do you keep your curiosity about, I'm just going to say about me, how do you keep...
I think, and you know, I don't want to get scientific with people, but I think it's called active listening. It's a thing. And so after a while, what I mean by that is that you pay attention. You listen to things that they're talking about, and paying attention and listening is a form of communication. People think that communication is always that you saying something back and forth, but communication is also you listening. So I think that you stay curious by listening to them, and then you pose and ask questions. So you evolve over time. You find out that even though this person, you've been with this person 15, 20 plus years, there's still certain things that they want to achieve personally, professionally.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And your thing is, how can I assist you on doing that? So it could be like, hey, I got some travel bucket list things I want to do.
Let's figure out how we're going to do that.
I got some company, like I got some business pursuits I want to do.
Smart.
You know, how can I help you? Your job may just to be to cheer the nigga on. Or it may be to help him actually with the paperwork and get it set up. Or help him with it could be whatever. So my thing is, you got to always constantly be engaged. Never take that person for granted. That's the other thing too. You never take the person for granted. You got to be engaged. And every day you always trying to get better with whatever situation or relationship that you got. So that's how you always doing. And the other thing too is that as you get older, don't get caught up in a box where you're just doing the same shit. Venture out there sometimes. You know, don't keep going to the same resort, and that even though it's some nice shit, venture out and go somewhere else this time. Just something simple. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going left, go right. Always go right to the right. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
I ain't gonna even go there with that, but okay. So in terms of evolving with relationships, because when you're in a relationship, the relationship evolves, the people in the relationship evolves, and I think one thing that people need to understand, and I think you can yay or nay with me, is that you're never going to be, it's always this phrase of like, you're not who I married. And it's like, of course I'm not who you married because I've evolved, and that's okay. And I think it's okay for people to understand that you ain't the same person that I married back on September 4th, 2000. It's just, it ain't
2000. You gave the wrong year. She forget. See, they think it's niggas. Women forget too, cause she clearly gave the wrong date. And then looked at
September 4th.
And then looked at me. What year you gave?
I said 2004.
Oh, okay. You said 2000.
Did I say 2000?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I thought I said 2004. I'm sorry. I drifted off. But no, 2004. I would hope I know the day that I got married.
I was trying to see. Who knows? You may have been.
But you was getting ready, boy.
You may not have been there.
I got a question. What's the difference between personal growth and growing apart? Because sometimes with changing and figuring out, some people don't understand the difference between the two, personal growth and growing apart.
I think sometimes, depending on what's going on, your personal growth can make you grow apart. Ooh. Especially if your personal growth a man involves you moving from some form of dysfunction. So the dysfunction can be, hey, I don't want to engage in drinking like that with you no more. And so I'm on something else. And so now the social activities you had around that, you're not with that person because it involves drinking. And so you remove yourself from that. So that time is not there. So sometimes personal growth could be something as, I want to participate in a healthy lifestyle, which means that I'm working out. So now that pulls me. Now I'm engaged in working out. So now it's 4-5 times a week, and that's less time with you. So sometimes personal growth can interfere with the other thing that you got going on. But my thing is, as long as you can communicate. It all goes back to the communication, man. You gotta learn. I know it sounds fucking cliche,
but you do.
But you do, man.
You do. You just gotta throw it out there. And then sometimes you have to explain your personal growth.
Like right now, I work out. We don't work out together.
Yeah, but this is the thing now. It took a very long time to get to the point where I could get him to work out.
And that's funny. Now I work out without her.
But now he works out without me. And that's good. That's good. Now, see, this is the thing. Because some people would be like, well, that's not cool. He go work out with you and you the one who introduced him to that.
Different schedules, motherfucker.
But this is the thing. And even if it wasn't different schedules, if he wants to go to the gym at a particular time or he wants to do more or whatever, I'm very supportive of that. I'm just happy he's going. So if he want to go a different, as long as he's going, as long as people are doing what they need to do, that's it. But some people will be like, and it's not. It's not. He's growing. He's having personal growth within his.
I know some motherfuckers like, what bitch you meeting up there?
Some
you
people
going up there? You want some boy? He's like, God damn, a nigga can't try to live healthy lifestyle.
Exactly.
Eat to live. You like, damn.
Exactly.
You introduce a nigga to the shit, and now you on the bullshit.
Because that brings me to my next point. Because change is inevitable in a relationship.
Yeah, good change and positive change.
Good and bad. I think definitely you want.
The nigga that used to have money may not have money 20 years down the line.
Vice versa.
Oh, vice versa.
Vice versa. I got a question. Why do you think in some situations in relationship with people that change feels threatening to some people? Why do you think?
Because when change requires you to transition and change some things internally, and a lot of people don't want to do that work. It involves work.
It does.
When you're presented with something like for example, something as simple as healthy lifestyle. You know you need to change. You know you 20, 30 pounds overweight. That involves fucking work. And people know it. They know they can do it. They know exactly what to do. But doing it is hard as fuck because it involves work. That's why I hated working out at first. Yeah. It involves work. It involves physically getting my ass up, driving to the motherfucking place, dealing with them goofy motherfuckers that's smelling all weird and shit, driving back, you know what I'm saying, ducking and dodging the police over there in Portage, you know what I'm saying? So it involves work, and a lot of people don't want to do that. They say, fuck that shit. And it's easy to say, fuck that shit.
One thing I do, one bit of it, because I never like to say like we giving advice or anything, but this is just stuff that we go through ourselves. One thing that I would like to throw out here, especially to women and men, is that when a partner or somebody in a relationship is going through a change, personal growth, things of that nature, one thing that you have to do, and I'm just going to say this, you have to know, you have to manage like your insecurities and your jealousy. What I mean by that is, say, for instance, dude, you got a girl. She going to the gym. Her body's starting to shape up. You notice this. You can't get upset now because now more people pay attention to her body. So now when she wears her clothes, she looks different in her clothes, which means that now more people pay attention to her body. You should be proud that she's in the gym working out and she has this nice body. This is a product of what she's been in the gym doing, so you can't get jealous about that. But a lot of people don't know how to handle that. How do you tell people to handle that? The insecurities and jealousy that come along with your partner changing.
Well, I don't know what to tell them lame niggas, because that's lame nigga shit. So
but it's a lot of lame dudes out here that.
So what I mean by that is that lame nigga is super insecure. Because he feels that
Well, we know that, but how you manage that? How you manage it?
I don't know how insecure niggas. I'm not insecure. You gotta ask a lame nigga how he manage being lame. I don't know. I don't really know.
Man.
I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, my thing is, I've always never understood guys that have attractive, nice-looking women and be tripping. Like,
yeah,
nigga.
I see that a lot.
Like, nigga.
Oh, yeah, I see that a lot.
Your girl looks good.
I see that a lot.
They gon'
I see that
when you not around, niggas gon' holler. When you are around, niggas may holler.
Yeah, I see that.
So you got to know how to handle yourself, and each situation is different. Because there's sometimes when you gotta flex on niggas because they being disrespectful. So I may be 5'7", but you about to see me become 6'6" real quick, nigga. You see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real because that it depends on certain level of disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But
True.
I don't know, man. How do you deal with that? One thing you can't do is attack the woman. So I know what you can't do. It's not her fault. Like some niggas be like, "Oh, you gotta wear that shit.
Yeah.
You looking like a hoe."
Yeah.
Now I'm looking like a hoe.
Well, that's the thing. I think men who do that don't understand what sexuality is.
I don't know. Don't blame the girl for. It's just. I don't know.
That's a whole different.
All I can tell niggas is that.
Hey, don't try to control.
You can't control.
You can't control the change that's happening. Don't try to control the thing.
But what was the original question again? I want to make sure I'm answering.
Just how do you manage insecurity when you see that your partner is changing? And they may be changing in a direction that's a little bit different from you.
Now, don't get it twisted. Now, being jealous, that's a normal human trait. I would sit here and be lying if I said I've never gotten jealous or something like that. That's human. But overall, that's not a trait that I carry. But has there been an instance or two? Yeah. Over 26 years? Yeah, nigga. A nigga that got jealous. A nigga that felt insecure. Especially in the beginning of the relationship.
True, you're trying to understand.
Yeah, so but even still I wasn't never insecure to that level. Because insecurity leads to controlling behavior, it leads to abusive behavior.
A lot of bad things.
Yeah, we wouldn't have lasted if that had been like that.
Behavior,
I don't think you're not that type of woman that would have went for that.
No.
So I don't think so.
No.
Oh no.
No. Now, one of the other things that I do like to point out when you talk about because we talk about evolution in a relationship, talking about both people as a couple, whatever. One thing is even with all the changes, y'all also still got to grow together, though. It just can't be one man for himself. You work on your own personal growth. I work on my personal growth. I think that y'all got to share visions. Y'all got to talk about what y'all see in the future. I mean, you got to... I
think the main vision that people have to sit down and do, and enough couples don't do this until... This is the problem that I think they do. They don't do this until they're in a situation. And I mean, most relationships fail because of finances, because of that mismanagement. That. So what I'm getting at is, they need to talk about that shit from the onset. Yeah. Within the first year or two, let me know what your credit look like, what your business situation look like, what the fuck you got going on, because I don't want to be. I'm building with you 10 years down the line, and I've realized that we can't do this or do this, or we still been fucking standing still because you got these bad habits. So my thing is, people need to have them conversations at the beginning, yo.
I tell you this, it helped us.
Yes, that's what I ain't gonna lie.
I take. Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but no, I was gonna tell you. So I have one quick story. So I always remember we went to the Naka. I think it was called Naka. Nakata. It was either Naka or Nakata. Forgive me for not knowing the name, but it was a organization that helped young people try to become homeowners. Yep. And I just always remember we went to this appointment. We thought we had our shit together. Like we thought we was on our shit.
Shout out to my homie Don for putting us up on that.
Yes. Thank you, Don. And we went there, and I'm not gonna lie. At that time, we actually thought that we kind of put together for the most part. And when we sat there, and when that lady broke down, she broke us down individually. Then she broke us down together. And it was so eye-opening that how she broke it down to us was literally has been our mindset for I think pretty much the rest of our relationship is how we approach. That's why we started approaching our relationship as a business. That's how we started changing our mindset as far as how we looked at our relationship, because she was just like, y'all need to get y'all shit together. Like,
and that was the first time that we both saw everybody's shit all on, from assets to liabilities. Let's just break it. It's that simple.
Dead, whatever.
Assets to liabilities.
Yep.
And so you saw all of that. Yep. You knew a little bit, but you didn't have a whole picture. At that point, they presented the picture individually and then comparatively and say, this is the plan that y'all need to do for the next year or two to get where y'all need to be. And you know what we did? We did that shit. Yeah. And we was able to purchase our home with no money, we're only $1,000 down. Yep. True story, because we went through this program. Yep. And we bought the home that we're currently in right now. Yep. Through that program.
But it was a hard start, because again, you have to be willing to grow, you have to be willing to share, you have to be willing to disclose some things. You have to be willing to put it on the table.
Like, we got A1 credit, right, and then we needed to do.
You just have to be like, look, I got some shit that's fucked up. But if you help me get through this, we're gonna be even better together when we get through it. Mm-hmm. So one of the things as we're beginning to end on this, I would just say one of the things, celebrate each other's growth instead of resisting it. That's even with everything. Like, he get new jobs, he get new things that happen to him, things happen to him. We're very celebratory in our household. Oh, yeah. That's one thing I would say, is that when something that happens to a person, you win, you have small wins. We very
not just the big wins.
Yeah, small wins. Kids text us telling us they got an A on the exam. We cheering them on. Like, that's one thing. You have to celebrate whatever that growth is together instead of resisting it. You just have to celebrate that.
No doubt.
You really do. You have to stay on that note. And then the last thing I'll say is this. My lasting words on this topic of evolving together and how to stay evolving is that, to me, you have to understand that the person that you started in that relationship with is not the same person that you are with now. You don't want them to be the same person. Because if they're the same person, nobody has involved.
At their base level.
At the base level, yes. You are still the same D.O.C. that I met way back when I met you. Yes. Back in 98. You are still the same.
But you may have started out drinking Canadian Mist. Now you're drinking Balvenie. Balvenie.
And 132 proof master blend edition Ernest Nearest and stuff, Uncle Nearest. So
get it right.
Yes, it's different, but for the most part, I don't want him to be the same person that I met back in 98. I don't. So with that being said, keep evolving. Any last words before we go to dessert, fair or foul?
Just make it do what it do, baby.
Okay, so into fair or foul. So we got a few here. Kind of funny. We're gonna go kind of fast with these. The first one is fair or foul, bringing up old conflict or old beef to prove a point.
Foul.
Not even a little bit?
No, it's foul. I don't live in the past. You know I don't.
I'm going to say it's foul. I'm going to say it really is foul to bring up something, especially if y'all done got past that. Even if the person has slipped up and did it again.
Women are good for bringing up.
But I was going to say, it does make for good ammunition, but it is still foul.
Women never forget, y'all. Y'all think they do. They never forget. They really never 100% forgive.
Yeah, you do, but yeah. I mean, you don't forget.
Yay.
I mean, we're in the same way. We're the same way. I don't really think there's really a difference between the species when it comes to that.
I don't think so. I think men have a little tolerance.
Okay. Snitching on bad kids, fair or foul?
Snitching on bad. What do you mean?
So you go somewhere, you see some bad kids, you tell on them. Is that fair or foul? You as an adult snitching on bad kids.
No, I don't do that.
I'm gonna say fair. And you know why? Because I'm going to tell you a quick story.
I don't call police on nobody.
I ain't saying call the police.
That's just not me.
I ain't talking about calling the police.
I try to handle the situation myself.
So in 60 seconds, we were at a hotel, and it was some little badass kids in the pool who had tore up the pool. They had towels in the pool. They had mulch in the goddamn pool area. They had food everywhere. And when we walked in there, the looks that they gave us was really nasty. So yes, Black Karen went to the front desk and told them why that sign say 16 under need parents and them kids in there with no parents, and they've been in there for like the last 7 hours. All I want to do is get in the hot tub for 30 minutes in peace. So yes, I did. And they cleaned up the pool too. Yes, that is fair. Bad kids.
That situation,
I'm telling your mama.
But I'm not calling
I ain't calling the police, but I'm telling your mama. I'm telling somebody.
I don't call the police.
Fair or foul? Using AI to help you get a job, or just using AI to help you get ahead? Fair or foul? Because this is a huge debate now with AI.
If you black in America and you still trying to play by the rules and honest with white folks, you crazy than a motherfucker. You better use every advantage that you have that you can get over on these motherfuckers. So if AI gonna get you where you need to be, you better use it. You niggas are crazy. If you think that you supposed to play the game by the same, you motherfuckers are crazy. You think I got ahead by, man, fuck these people.
So clearly it's fair.
They cheating, I'm cheating.
So clearly it's fair. I say it's fair. I say it's fair, but this is one thing that I want to say. With the AI, I would still say this. Don't take all, like, input your own stuff. Make your stuff better. Don't just, like, now if you don't understand something, let AI show you how to, get there. But still try to stay original to your own thoughts and stuff as well.
You know my background is HR, right?
Yeah, so still, but you can put your resume in ChatGPT. You can. It took mine from 6 pages to 4.
Hold on, before AI existed, we know for a fact motherfuckers was making up shit on their resume and was getting director jobs. Yeah. So man, motherfuckers, I know niggas cheat.
Fair.
And all that. Hey, if you can get over with it, man.
How about this? Hood celebrities. Fair, foul. And what I mean by this is, like, literally in neighborhoods and hoods, different places in Chicago, here, different places, you have just regular people who in the neighborhood who somehow think they are hood celebrities.
You hating, G? You sound like a little hating there.
I said like fair, foul. I said hood celebrities. Fair,
that's
foul.
Fair. I don't have, hood, everywhere you go, they're hood celebrities. These people come in handy.
They do.
They get you. They know people that you need to know.
I think it's
fair.
They
can get you out of situations.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I know situations where some people don't. Well, clearly them people who be jealous and stuff. But some people be like, "Who you think you are? Who are you? Like, how are you a celebrity? You just in the neighborhood? Like, how?"
Niggas think I run my area because I know this person and that person. I can make a phone call or two and make it do what it do. I'm just saying.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, so that comes in handy.
How about this one, fair foul?
The hell?
Telling small lies in a relationship.
I lie all the time. Who don't lie? I'm gonna give you one.
I'm glad he being honest.
I'm gonna give you one.
Glad he being honest.
These shoes look good. Yeah, they look good. Knowing goddamn well, she looking like she got on the ruby red slippers from the Wizard Wizard of Oz. Am I getting too big? No, baby, you look good. That big back motherfucker, man. She better stop eating all of it. Next time, get a 3-piece instead of 6-piece.
The boss lady.
You lie.
The boss lady also said that that's fair.
Do that wig look good?
I ain't got no wig, so.
Yeah, it look good.
I don't know you talking because I don't got no wig.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But yes, sometimes you may have to do my birthday,
And I'm still gonna get this dome from me. Just gonna go wash my dick out. No, I'm just saying. Niggas is out there.
Just don't tell a bunch of big lies in a relationship. Okay, that's different. Last one, fair and foul. Betting on these NBA finals.
Goddamn,
that's the last one. Fair or foul. Betting on the NBA finals. And with that being said, who you got?
I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick. I've been saying this for a while. I haven't, and people know this about me close. I do gamble, sports gamble, and every now and then I slow down though. Yeah. And I haven't made a bet on the NBA in like 2 to 3 years. I've been said, and I'm going on record, that it's WWE. That shit is rigged. That shit is set. So I'm not betting on that. The other thing is, these niggas so weak, you don't even know who the fuck gonna play from game to game. So how can you bet on that?
You said WWE.
It's like WWE. Worldwide Wrestling. It's fake. It's phony. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I don't fuck with it. But I'm a Laker fan. I got on a Laker hat before it got fake. So I'm rooting for the Lakers. Y'all see my motherfucking hat. I'm a Laker fan.
Okay, so you think it's fair betting on the NBA finals.
But honestly, who I think gonna win it? The motherfucker OKC. Shea is, them motherfuckers is off the chain.
They're good.
So I got
your boy Memphis and Ja Morant? You ain't got your boy Memphis and Ja Morant?
They barely made. Ja Morant, pew, pew. He throwing grenades. He shooting.
I don't know why he's still doing this when he shoot, like.
You too old for that, G.
Dude. Learn from your mistakes. Like, how many more times we gonna keep going with this gun?
These white folks paying you too much money to be doing that nigga shit. There, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Trying to keep it real. Yeah. That he's an example when keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah.
Dumb nigga shit.
Wait a minute. What about Golden State? You don't think the old man can do it no more?
The shit over with, G.
You said let that go.
This shit over with, G.
Okay.
These young niggas taking over.
Houston?
They young niggas, but they got a couple years.
Okay. They ain't developed yet?
Nah, they not ready yet.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Nah, I got OKC and Boston. I hate to say it, but I don't see nobody.
Yeah, Boston still look good.
It's gonna be. I think I haven't looked at the brackets, but I think Boston and Indiana. I like Indiana. They're looking real good. Detroit. I thought Detroit, but I like Indiana. And I got OKC and the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's so many new Lakers fans now. Now that Luka on the team now, like just bandwagon. Well, with that being said, chapter 19 in the books. Okay. Yes. One last thing, and this is wrapped up. It's wrap, B. Let's wrap it up, B. That was the original. Wrap it up, B.
All right, let's do it, G.
All right, peace out.
Deuces.
Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button.
Tell a friend. Share with a friend.
Tell a friend who tells a friend who